What's up guys? Today I'm going to talk to you about how to make money blogging in 2018. There are over 440 million blogs on the internet and I'm going to show you how you can still make money right now. Alright, step one, you need to have some ideas, and it might sound quite simple to you, but you really need to be consistent with your blog posts at least every week, so you really need to have an idea of what you're going to be writing about. It needs to be something that you're passionate about, and it needs to be something that other people are passionate about as well, because if nobody else is passionate about it, then who's going to read your blog? So make sure that you're passionate about something and you have ideas then to write about. Step two, you need a name for your blog. Now this isn't as important as writing content for your blog because search engines don't worry about the name of your blog as much. It just needs to be something that's catchy and is relevant to your niche. Once you have a name, then we're going to buy a domain, and once you buy the domain, then we're going to go get web hosting. So make sure you get the name, get the domain, and then we can focus on web hosting. There are many different providers to get web hosting out there. I will just recommend two hosting providers. One is HostGator. They've been around for a very, very long time, so they're very well known. They're very reliable. And number two, well known for its speed, is SiteGround. Another very cheap one that's been around for a while, but it's well relied upon by a lot of bloggers. Step three, once you have your hosting set up, you've got your domain linked to that and it's all working fine, then we're going to install WordPress. And you install WordPress through your hosting provider. It's very, very simple. You log into the hosting provider and you install WordPress. There's a little icon that tells you how to do it. And then we need to choose a theme. You want a theme that's sleek, that's fast, that's not too clunky, and that doesn't have a lot of things that you need to look at. You just want a simple one, it's elegant, it's sleek, and it works fast. There are thousands of WordPress themes to choose from, so don't get hung up on it. Don't get the shiny object syndrome, just make a decision and then we can move on. And that takes us to step five. We want to customize and optimize our WordPress blog. So we want to move all the elements around, make it look pretty, make it look exactly how we want it to look, and functional. And then the second step to that is we want to optimize it for SEO. So we want to make sure that we've got the plugins installed that we need installed. And the most important of these is Yoast SEO. You need to make sure you have this plugin. Just go to the little drop-down menu in the admin side of WordPress and install new plugins and install Yoast SEO. This is by far the most needed plugin that you will require. So install that. Make sure you link it up to your Google Webmaster, and it gives you all the tips and tricks that you need for search engine optimization and making sure you get your blog out in front of people so we can get the traffic in droves coming to your site. You also need to make sure that you install Google Analytics to your site so that you can really see the breakdown of the traffic that's coming to your site and how long they're staying for and the bounce rate and a bunch of other things. So make sure you install analytics, because otherwise you really won't know how you're performing with the search engines, and you won't know how you're performing with the traffic on your site, with the visitors on your site. So make sure you install Google Analytics. Alright, step six, we need to brainstorm some blog topics. You need to figure out what you're going to write about and how frequently you're going to write. Now, one of the most important things is you need to be consistent. So you really should figure out in the early stages if you're going to be blogging weekly, daily, bi-weekly, whatever. But to get in front of the search engines and to make sure that you're getting visitors to your site, you need to be consistent. So make sure if you're going to be blogging weekly, you keep blogging weekly. If you're going to be blogging daily, you need to keep blogging daily. Now, it's more well known these days that search engines love consistency and they love regularly updated content. You need to be blogging at least weekly, bi-daily, or daily. Because the search engines absolutely love it, and especially if you can keep people on your site with great content. If you want to figure out what great content is, you need to make sure that you're writing things that excite, intrigue, or stir passion in your readers. What are some common challenges that readers go through? What character traits do your readers possess? Figure these out so you can make sure that you're appealing to your target audience and you're writing things that they actually care about. Because if they care about it, then they're going to stay on your site. And if they stay on your site, then you're going to keep showing up in the search engines. So make sure that you're appealing to your audience and you're writing about things that they care about. Alright, step 7. Now we want to focus on actually writing our first piece of amazing content. Now there's a few things you really need to focus on when you're writing a blog post. So go into the new post section and let's start. You want to make sure there's a catchy title and you want to make sure that it's a title that the search engines love. And by that I mean it needs to include terms that are being searched for regularly on the search engines. You don't want it to be too long-winded or filled with crappy words. You want it to be filled with terms that are regularly searched and so that people will come to your site. Alright, moving on, we're going to write our content. Now you need to make sure that the content flows. It needs to be in a conversational sort of tone. Typically this is at about a grade 8 sort of level. If you can write at a grade 8 sort of level, then you're going to absolutely nail your first piece of content. You need to make sure that the content is engaging. Keep it spaced apart, don't keep it too bunched together. Write at least 1,000 words so you can really get the reader engaged in your post and reacting to it. And if they're reacting to it, then they're going to stay on your page, they're going to comment, and they're going to go to other pages on your site, which is a successful result in the form of the search engine's eyes. So if you can do these sort of things, then you're going to be able to rank in the search engines. Alright, step 8. Now, as I mentioned before, you need to be consistent. So if you want to be consistent and you don't want to forget or miss a day, then you need to keep a calendar. And you need to keep a calendar of the blog posts that you want to write, and you need to make sure that you stick to it. If you want to write posts weekly or write updates weekly, then put weekly updates in your calendar. Think in advance about the topics you want to write and the headlines you want to write about. Put it in your calendar so you can keep up to date. If you want to write them daily, then keep the daily updates in your calendar and make sure you stick to it. Because if you stick to it, then the search engines will love you and you will be ranked higher and the traffic will come in thousands. Alright, now we're moving on to step 9, and this is the last step and possibly the most important step. We're going to monetize our blog. And if you're now getting thousands of visitors to your website because you've got optimized content, you're writing great engaging posts, then we can easily monetize our blog. You don't have to monetize immediately, but just keep it in the back of your mind that monetization is a strong key, especially down the track when you're getting a lot of viewers to your site. Now, you can monetize your blog with Google Ads, and you can have banner ads on your website, which does work very, very well a lot of times, especially in 2018. The Google algorithm is way advanced and can actually target visitors according to the things that they've searched before. So it will show the visitors ads about things that they like, things that they've searched for before, or things that might interest them. It may also show ads that is very similar to the content you're writing about on your site. So if you're writing about shoes or a brand, then it will show the audience ads on that brand or ads about shoes. Another popular way of monetizing blogs is to join affiliate programs. So if you're writing a blog about shoes, you can join an affiliate program, say on Amazon, the Amazon affiliate program. You can then post links through your blog post and post links that are relevant to what you're writing about. So if you're writing about the new pair of Nike shoes, then you can put an affiliate link to the new pair of Nike shoes. So because if people are reading about the new pair of Nike shoes, then they may very well be interested in buying the new pair of Nike shoes. So if you can put those affiliate links through your content, through your site, every time you update new content, you can either keep the same affiliate links that are relevant to what you're writing about or different links. Just make sure it's relevant. Alright, let's wrap it up. Starting a blog can be very easy. You just need to put the time in initially and you can reap the rewards later. As long as you have a few ideas or you have something that you're passionate about, then you can consistently write great content for people to be interested in. And if you're writing content for people to be interested in, you can monetize it down the track and actually make an income from your blog. So making a blog in 2018 is a fantastic way of making money. If you would like to learn about my #1 recommendation for making money online in 2018, just click the link below. There will be a link in the description. Click that, it will take you to the next page and you can learn all about my #1 recommendation.